Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video I will give you some tips on how you can make realistic transfers in FIFA 21 career mode. Do note that everyone has a different opinion on what realism is in FIFA, so just use what you think realistic transfers are. If you go on and enjoy the video, then be sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel to not miss any other career mode tips and tricks. Now let's get into the video. The first thing almost anyone does when they want to make realistic transfers is check the rumors that you see in real life. If you type in your club's name and add rumors or transfer rumors in Google, then you will come across a lot of potential transfers that might occur in real life. You can also check social media platforms such as Instagram and Twitter to find some other transfer targets that might have only been reported on these social media platforms. Searching for real life rumors is the most reliable way of getting realistic transfers in your career mode save, as the players are literally linked to your chosen club and might actually play for your club soon. Signing them in your save is very realistic. If you can't find enough realistic transfers via the first tip, then checking the club's transfer history is another great way of searching for players that might fit in your squad. On transfermarkt.com you can see how many foreigners have played for your chosen club. If you pick a few of the countries who had the most players play for your club, then you can determine from which countries you should buy players from in your career mode. For Newcastle United, for example, most players have come from Scotland, France, Ireland, Wales and Northern Ireland. So basically the UK and France. Now you can focus most of the transfers you want to make on these countries. Of course, having a few exceptions is not a bad idea, but keep these countries in your mind when trying to sign players. Maybe give the priority to a French player more often than to a German, Belgian or Spanish player when managing Newcastle. Another thing to keep in mind is the player roles. With this I mean what type of players your chosen club tends to sign. Are these world-class players, young inexperienced talents, role models and leaders, or reserve players at top clubs? Check some of the former players that used to play for your chosen club and decide what type of players you should sign most of the time in your career mode save. On the topic of former club players, on FIFA you can actually see most of the former club players that used to play for your club in recent years. Nowadays you see it happen more regularly, where football clubs buy former club players back at the club. Look at Klaas-Jan Huntelaar, who first went back to Ajax and is now back at Schalke in the Bundesliga, for example, or Ibrahimovic, who is back at AC Milan. It's not fully unrealistic to bring back some former club players to your club in career mode, and I would recommend to sign a few of these players if you want to be more safe when it comes to making realistic transfers. One thing I do a lot when creating my recommended transfers posts on Instagram and Twitter is looking at the squad nationalities. Where are most of the players coming from? Once again, looking at Newcastle and their current squad, you can see that most players are from England or a different United Kingdom country. There is a big mix of other nationalities too though, so look a bit more deeper into the nationalities. With some Swiss players, a Slovakian goalkeeper, French attacker, a Spanish right back and a Swedish right back, there are many European players that go alongside the English and UK players. There are also a few South American players in Newcastle's current squad. Based on the current squad nationalities, you should sign most players with a United Kingdom nationality, with some European players in there too and a couple of South American players. This way you stick with the current mix of nationalities at the club, which makes your save a bit more realistic. Just to show you a few realistic transfers, I will give you some for Newcastle United, as a thank you for watching this video till this point. If you do want to see more recommended transfers, where I tried to put a bit of realism on those transfers as well, then be sure to follow me on my Instagram and Twitter, both at FIFA Tips. So the first recommended transfer for Newcastle United is Choutery from Leicester City, who was apparently linked to Newcastle before. Another player is Christopher Ayer from Celtic, who is a Norwegian centre-back and is also linked with Newcastle. Manchester United left-back Brendan Williams was apparently also linked with Newcastle in the January transfer window. Jayden Bogle from Sheffield United could be another signing that can be seen as realistic, as Sheffield is now relegated to the Championship and Bogle is still a talented English right-back. French defensive midfielder Lucas Touzard from Hertha Berlin is another player that you can sign in a Newcastle United career mode. And at last, another Sheffield United player that can be signed from Newcastle is Ryan Brewster. who is just 20 years old at the start of a new save and might be the striker that Newcastle have been missing for a few years now. These were some tips on how to make realistic transfers in FIFA 21 career mode and a few realistic transfers for a Newcastle United save. If you enjoyed the video, then be sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel to not miss any other career mode tips and tricks, and I will see you at the next video.